So we fit a logistic regression line, and the obvious question or the next question that we should ask ourselves is, how good is our fit? You remember R square adjusted R square concepts in regression? What if someone challenges the logistic regression line that you have just fit is not right? Or what is the confidence in your prediction? How good is your model? So what is the goodness of fit of this particular model, logistic regression model that you just have fit? So what are the goodness of fit measures in logistic regression? If you observe carefully, or if you think about R square, now R square is not a right measure. Why? In regression, what is R square? The percentage of variation explained by all the predictor variables in Y. So whatever Y's variance is, how much percentage of variance is explained, or how much percentage is predicted by rest all the variables. But here the Y variable is just taking two values. There is hardly any variance, 1 or 0, that's it. So R square is not the right measure of goodness of fit for logistic regression. R square won't help us here. Is there any other way of finding out the goodness of fit measure? Yes, there's something called confusion matrix, AIC, BIC, ROC and AUC. In fact, we have a separate section on finding out the model selection criteria and goodness of it, model validation, model selection, etc. But in this particular topic, we will discuss about confusion matrix. What exactly is confusion matrix? Focus here. Try to understand what is confusion matrix, are also known as classification table, which will give us the accuracy of our model. If you understand, or if you think there are just two values that Y takes in actual, yes or no, 1 or 0, -1 or +1, true or false, that's it. And at the end of our prediction in the model, we are also going to give two values, 1 or 0, yes or no, and all that. Take a data point that is already existing in the data. Take a point that is already part of the data. Maybe take this point, active cost is 0, and then look at their income, number of complaints, number of plan changes, monthly income, and all that. You just built a model, right? So in that logistic regression model, if we substitute everything else and the prediction comes to be 0 or near to 0, then we are doing good because the actual value is 0. But if you substitute all these values, the prediction comes to be 1, then at that particular point you made a mistake. Now that is a wrong prediction. So we want to have actually lesser such wrong predictions, right? For a good model, when the actual output is 0, you want to predict as 0. When you substitute everything in the model, it should come as 0. So 0 should be predicted as 0, 1 should be predicted as 1. If 0 is if 0 is predicted as 1, now that is wrong, misclassification. If 1 is predicted as 0, that is also wrong, that is misclassification. In fact, the predicted values are not 0s and 1. The predicted values are probabilities. They are between 0 and 1. We can put a threshold. Anything more than 0.5 is 1. Anything less than 0.5 is 0. So if the actual value is 0 and we got a probability value which is near to 0, then our model is doing good. So let us suppose in the data set there are 1000 data points. Out of them, some 500 zeros are there, 500 ones are there. So most of the 500 zeros, they should be predicted as zeros. Maybe some values are, beyond that. I mean, some values are predicted as 1. Most of the ones should be predicted as 1. Then only we can say that the model is a good one. Otherwise, if the diagonal elements are not, high, or not, their percentage is lesser, non-diagonal element percentage is more, that means we are making some error there. So for a good model, 0 should be predicted as zeros, all 1 should be predicted as 1s. So for a good model, it should be all the diagonal elements in this. This is called confusion matrix or classification table, or simply it is confusion matrix. What is the accuracy? Out of overall out of all the numbers, out of let's say 1000 data points, how many times we are predicting zeros as zeros, ones as ones. So accuracy is these diagonal elements, true positives, true negatives. We can talk about it later. Simply you consider them as diagonal elements. The diagonal elements divided by total percentage. What percentage of the times and how many times out of overall cases you are predicting them as correctly. That is nothing but accuracy. So for a model you have to find out accuracy. Accuracy is simply derived from classification table or confusion matrix. In fact, 0 is considered as positive, 1 is negative. So positive, negative, these are the actual classes, positive, negative. These are the predicted classes, positive, negative. So 0 is predicted as 0, that is actual condition is positive. It is truly predicted as positive. They are known as true positives. Actual condition is positive, whereas it is falsely predicted as negative. Right, the predicted class is negative. So these are false negatives. Actual condition is it is negative. It is falsely predicted as positive. This is false positive. Actual condition is negative, truly predicted as negative. These are true negatives. So there should be true positives, high number of true positives, high number of true negatives. The false negatives and false positives should be low as possible. So accuracy is true positives, true negatives to that of everything else upon everything, all the total. Misclassification rate is simply 1 minus of that, or false positives, false negatives divided by sum of all the cases. This is known as classification table. In fact, we will discuss about this much more in the validation techniques class. We can also derive something called specificity, sensitivity out of this, but as of now you just focus on accuracy, calculating accuracy for a logistic regression line. We can look at the accuracy value, we can look at the confusion matrix to decide whether a model is good or bad, whether the actual fit is good or bad. Any accuracy more than 80% is model is really good, but most of the times it depends on the data. If the data is really good, you expect higher accuracy. If the data is not that good, like not every time in practical scenario you can expect 98 or 95% accuracy. So depending on the data, depending on the business scenario, generally above 80% or more than 80% accuracy is a good indication of a better fit, a good fit for the data. Let's do one thing. We have built two models. One is product sales model. We have to create the confusion matrix and then find the accuracy. How do we do that? We have to find all the predictions. The actual values are already there in the model. Put all the X values from the data. You will get all the predicted values. So you have the actual values, predicted values, actual values 0, 1, predicted value 0, 1, create the confusion matrix. Similarly, you have fiber bits model. For that you predict for all the data that is already input, actual values, predicted values, create the confusion matrix, find the accuracy. In fact, how will we make them into classes 1 and 0? Depending on some threshold, right? We are saying anything more than 0.5 is 1, anything less than 0.5 is 0, right? Or we can change the threshold. Anything more than 0.7 is 1, less than 0.7 is 0. That also we can do. So changing threshold also, you can change 1 and 0 definition. Or simply put, you can try with 0.5 as a threshold. Anything above 0.5 is class 1, below 0.5 is 0. Or you can try with 0.7. Anything above 0.7 is 1, anything below 0.7 is 0. Go ahead and do it. So let's try to do this. So here is the predicted values. I'm taking product sales data. I just need to use predict function, and then these are the predicted values. Let me see first 10 predicted values. So predicted values 1 is this, all these are the predicted values. Simply they are the probabilities. I'm taking threshold as 0.5. 0.5 is the threshold. Predicted values I'm using if this is greater than threshold, that is greater than 0.5, 1, otherwise 0. So if the predicted value is more than threshold, then it is 1, otherwise 0. I'm just simply writing that. These are the predicted classes. These are the predicted classes, right? Now predicted classes versus actual classes. What are actual classes? The y variable from the data set. These are the actual classes, actual class from the data set. Predicted versus actual, you just create a table that is nothing but confusion matrix. Here is the confusion matrix. Predicted class, which is derived from here. Actual class, which is simply the y variable from the model. You can just print the confusion matrix. This is the confusion matrix. Zeros are predicted as zeros 257 times. There are some cases zeros are predicted as 1 3 times. Ones are predicted as 0 5 times. That is wrong. Ones are predicted as 1 202 times. What is accuracy? This plus this divided by overall values. Simply confusion matrix 1 1, confusion matrix 2 2 divided by sum of all the elements in the confusion matrix, sum of all the frequencies. What is accuracy of product sales data? The accuracy is 98%. That's how you can find the accuracy. Similarly, you can do the same for fiber bits data. What you need to do? You need to use the predicted values, right? You need to use predict function, then find the predicted values, convert them, use the threshold, convert them into predicted class. Then you will get the actual values by just giving the model name $y, that will be actual class, actual values. Then create the confusion matrix, then find the accuracy. That's it. It's exactly the same. You're changing the model. Try it out yourself.